Okay, Karim. So when you're ready, just sitting comfortably. If you're comfortable to, close your eyes. Just start to let the memory come to mind. We'll go from your start point. Just start to describe to me what's happening.
I'm at home, in my room. Owls came home. The door's slamming. I'm trying to hear what they're saying.
You're doing really well. What are you thinking as you hear that?
He's been drinking again. Is he alright?
And how are you feeling?
Scared.
What happens next?
I went down the stairs, quietly, so they can't hear me.
So you're going downstairs. What can you see or hear?
I can hear my mum. She's saying he's lost his job and he's angry. He's swearing and shouting at her.
What goes through your mind as you hear that?
I'm worried. I'm thinking he might hurt her.
What happens next?
I go down and try and help my mum.
The therapist continues to prompt the young person during the reliving in this way. Some young people may need very little prompting. Karim goes on to describe witnessing his mother being punched in the stomach and having a bottle thrown at him. Pieces of glass went into Karim's face and arm.
What goes through your mind as this happens?
I think I might have cut an artery. There's a lot of blood.
How are you feeling?
Scared. Really scared.
Do you feel any pain in your body?
In my face and arm.
Okay. And are you thinking anything else?
I'm hoping mum is okay.
Can you see anything else?
No.
Okay. What happens next?
I tried to help my mum. I tried to stop Al, but he calls me useless, pathetic, which I am. I'm weaker than him, even when he's been drinking.
So you're thinking you're useless and pathetic. What's your emotion in that moment?
I'm angry, but still mostly scared.
Do you think anything's going to happen?
I think we both might die.
You're doing really well, Karim. Can you smell or taste anything?
I can taste the blood. It tastes funny.
Just right now, Karim, in the here and now, how upset are you feeling out of 10?
7.
Karim goes on to describe seeing his mother on the floor, being kicked by Al. Al has picked up a big kitchen knife and is waving it at them both. Mum's crying in pain. Karim goes over to see if his mum is okay, and then Al punches Karim in the stomach.
Just take your time. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking mum won't be okay. I'm thinking he'll never leave.
Are you thinking anything else?
No.
And how are you feeling?
Still scared.
Can you see, hear, or smell anything else?
I can hear him shouting at mum.
As the session is coming to an end, the therapist fast forwards Karim to his ending point. They have not had time to cover the whole memory in their session today.
Okay, Karim. Just let the memory run forward now. So fast forward to that end point where Al has left. Tell me what's happening.
We're in the living room, watching TV.
What can you see around you?
Just me and my mum.
So it's just you and Mum, you're watching TV, and how are you feeling?
Scared, but happy that Al's finally gone.
So just focusing on that knowledge that you have now that Al's gone and how it feels to be just you and Mum watching TV.
The therapist can take another rating of subjective units of distress or upset. They then might prompt the young person to open their eyes and begin focusing on what they can see around them if they're confident that the young person has relived their endpoint in enough detail. The therapist then praises the young person for engaging in the reliving activity and runs through a number of post-reliving questions with them, including how they found it, if any new information came up, and how upsetting and vivid the memory was, with a rating out of 10. Then the therapist validates that the entire memory is likely distressing, but asks about potential hotspots, meaning the worst moments in the memory, and their connecting thoughts and feelings in the past tense. It is important to check for as many connected thoughts as possible, including the potential meaning of a thought or what would be so bad about it, even if it feels quite repetitive, as these questions are identifying hotspots and details to be worked on in updating. It is also important to check if the young person was doing anything to hold back or avoid letting the memory come to mind. After this, the young person and therapist would engage in either calm place imagery, rehearsed grounding techniques, or another soothing activity of the young person's choice. For homework, the young person is asked to listen to the session recording and/or to note down anything new that they remember before the next session.